Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Odyssey Motorsport TV Track and Smack. This is Monday night, May the 11th. We got the Porsche Cup car around Road Atlanta. No damage. It's going to be an absolute blast. My name is TJ Yankee, and Els has the night off tonight, so it's just going to be me doing this Track and Smack. We're going to have a great time watching everyone go around in the Porsche Cup car, standing start. I think we got 19 drivers on the grid for this race. It's going to be a ton of fun. So let's see what our grid looks like. So we're going to bring up our grid real quick. So starting in pole position, Clancy Garvin is going to start off with a 119.895. Kyle Shook in second place. Keith Padu in third place. Walker Carroll in fourth place. John Hartman in fifth place. Sixth place is LaShawn Young-Dilworth. Avery Dickinson in seventh place. Eighth place, Richard Sidursky. Parker Clardy in ninth place. 10th place, Jose Gomez. 11th place, Kobe Brooks. 12th place, Oliver Brooks. Moving on down. 13th place is myself, TJ Yankee. Derek Sellers in 14th place. Nate Hollistick in 15th. 16th is Ishan Ambasta. Jeffrey Davis in 17th. Mike Hamilton 18th. And Bowie Suin starting from the back of the grid. So we got a standing start here. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy off the screen. We're going to bring up the race tower here. We're going to jump over to Clancy, who's starting on pole here. We're going to hit play, and then we should be ready to go racing here around Road Atlanta. Actually, before we get too far in, I just want to remind everyone that this Saturday night, May 16th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a charity race for Children's Miracle Network. It's going to be the Radical SR8s around Okayama Circuit. 8 o'clock is when the practice session opens for 20 minutes, 10-minute solo qualifying, then a 30-minute damage-free sprint. Will be broadcasted on Odyssey Motorsports TV. We'll have podium medals for the top three, special prize for the top five, a livery contest that is themed childhood cartoons. $5 minimum donation gets you on the grid. So take a look at the link in the description below to the Children's Miracle Network website, and be sure to save your receipt for your donation. Send it to myself or LaShawn in Discord, or you can also email it to odyssey.motorsport@gmail.com to reserve your space on the grid. This Saturday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to sign up for that. Right now, we're going to actually go and get ready to get started here any second now. Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Looks like everyone got away nice and clean. Here we go. Clancy Garvin holding on to first place. Kyle Shook hot on his tail as they head into turn one. Now, these cars have a little bit less downforce than the GT3, but Walker Carroll trying to make a move up into turn three. Let's bring up that track map real quick. It's Walker Carroll in third place currently. We got Jonathan Hartman in fourth place. Oh, a couple guys going wide in turn five. That's got LaShawn Young-Dilworth right now in fifth place. Going to jump back up to Kyle Shook, who has Walker Carroll hot on his tail. Going to bring up that battle box so we can see our relatives here. Got a ton of close racing here. Jonathan Hartman trying to get by Walker Carroll here as they head down into turns 10A and B for the first time. Jumps back in line, but he is right behind him here. Now this is a damage-free 30-minute sprint around Road America. Oh man, Avery Dickinson, or excuse me, Parker Clardy going wide on the final corner there. 30-minute sprint race around Road Atlanta. No damage. There are drive-through penalties though if you get too many off tracks or too many incident points. It's something that we do to try to keep all the drivers driving as clean as possible here. That treacherous turn 5. Look at this car just bounce all over the place. The Porsche Cup car. A ton of fun to drive, but it does take some getting used to. Doesn't have nearly as much downforce as the Porsche GT3. Doesn't have quite as much power, but it can be a ton of fun to drive. It just takes a little get used to. That front end doesn't seem to grip nearly as much as you would like here. On board with a Walker Carroll as he is in 3rd place, trying to hunt down Kyle Shook, who is in 2nd place just ahead. So let's see what happens here as they head down towards 10A and B again for the 2nd time. Oh, closes the gap quite a bit there. I don't know if there was contact or not. He's able to hold on to it right now. Jonathan Hartman right behind him as well. Going a little wide there was Walker Carroll in that final corner again. Clancy Garvin puts in a 120.258. That is the fastest lap of the race so far. He's out in front. So a little bit farther back, we got the Brooks brothers and Avery Dickinson fighting for 8th, 9th, and 10th. All within less than a half a second of each other. Look at these cars just absolutely hopping around here. And Jonathan Hartman's going to get a good run on Walker Carroll here as Walker got a little out of shape coming out of turn 5. Seems to happen very often at Road Atlanta. That turn 5 curbing is just so inviting. Yet it's so bumpy. On board with Jonathan Hartman, 3rd place. Walker Carroll immediately behind him. We're going to be heading into turns 10A and B. See if he makes a lunge. He does not. He holds on. He stays in single file for now. Just kind of biding his time here. A little bit farther back, we got some real battles going on between Avery Dixon and Kobe Brooks here. As they're coming around the final corner here, we're on board with Kobe Brooks. Oh, no! That was Jose Gomez that just went around there. I'm not sure if there's contact there. We're going to back that up real quick. Ooh, into the wall hard. All right, we're going to go from here. We're going to go in TV3 and just see what happens. He got onto the curbing on the final corner. That's not very common. There is no damage here, so he should be able to just carry on. But we're going to jump back up to Jonathan Hartman and co. Up here in the top 3. So right now these guys are staying relatively single file. So we're going to jump back to Kobe Brooks, who is working his way towards Avery Dickinson. Goes a little wide out of turn 5. Again, turn 5 here. Now Oliver Brooks, his brother's got a run going into turn 6. He's on the outside. He's going to be on the outside for 6 and turn 7, but he gets the move done. That's Oliver Brooks ahead of Kobe, but Oliver goes wide. And Kobe's going to take the position back. Oh, man. That gives Bowie Sewin an opportunity. He's in 10th to catch up to Oliver Brooks here. Let's see if he's able to make a pass into 10A and 10B. Hold on. Bowie taking a look up the inside into 10A. And he's going to get that position. Great move from him. We're going to jump back up to Walker and Jonathan Hartman as Walker is able to get into 3rd place over Jonathan Hartman. He had been following him for a couple laps, but Jonathan Hartman still hot on his heels here. See if it makes a move through the S's. He does not. We got drivers going wild. That's Kyle Shook up ahead in 2nd place. Coming up on 6 minutes into this 30-minute session. Coming into turn 6 here is Walker Carroll. Everyone keeping it tidy. Who's going to get the better run? Look at, as you saw behind him, Jonathan Hartman, inside tire bouncing as he got a little bit too much of that curve coming out of turn 7 here. And now they're heading down towards 10A and 10B. Let's see if Walker is able to make a move going into 10A and 10B on Kyle Shook. He's got the run on him. Stays single file for now. Oh, side by side into the final corner here. Walker and Shook. Looks like Walker's got the inside line. He's going to take second place. And then Jonathan Hartman's going to try to follow him. Are we going to go 3 wide into turn 1? We're not. So that's 2 positions lost by Shook. Let's see if he's got a counterattack in him. Oh, man. So Walker leads the rest. Clancy Garvin way out in front in first place right now. And that's LaShawn Young-Dilworth in 5th. He's, oh no, as Walker goes wide. So that's going to let Kyle Shook and Jonathan Hartman get ahead. Let's see if Shook is able to make a run into turn 6. He is not able to at this time, but 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th all relatively close to one another and kind of leapfrogging each other left and right as these cars are starting to go a little wide here and there. Coming up on 8 minutes into this 30-minute session. Here we go down into 10A and 10B again. No dives so far. We're going to jump back to Oliver Brooks here. As he's taking a look into 10A. Up the inside of Richard Sidursky here. And he's going to be able to do it. He is back into the top 10 here. We're going to jump back up to Walker Carroll because Walker, Shook, and Hartman all right on top of one another as they head into the S's. That's LaShawn Young-Dilworth in 5th place, the Odyssey Motorsport driver, my co-host most of the time, getting his way into this fight. And that's Clancy Garvin kind of walking away with the lead so far. Oh, Walker going wide now. Els is taking a look at the outside of turn 6. So Walker's going to stay ahead there. But Els on the attack. Shook, Kyle Shook also on the attack with Jonathan Hartman up ahead for 2nd. Let's see if moves are made into 10A and 10B. Takes a look up the inside. Here we go. Up. He ducks back in. I think he's just playing psychological warfare there with Jonathan Hartman. Just making him think about it. Coming up on 9.5 minutes in, about a third of the way through this race. Shook still hot on Hartman's heels here as they head into the S's. Then Walker, LaShawn Young-Dilworth, Avery Dixon, Bowie Sewin, all within touching distance of one another. Avery Dixon, a bit of a gap back from LaShawn back to Avery. Let's see what happens as these drivers. Seems the best opportunity is turns 10A and 10B, and then these two turns here, turn 6 and turn 7, are the best opportunities to overtake. So, but you got to get a good run at the start here. So whoever got the best exit out of turn 7, heading down to 10A and 10B, are going to be the ones who are able to get the best opportunity to take a pass here. And it looks like Walker's got a great run on Kyle Shook here. Yep, he's going to take a look up the inside into 10A. Clean pass from Walker, but did he overcook it? He did not. But Shook right back on the fight. The final corner here going side by side. But Kyle drops back. So it's going to be Clancy Garvin, Jonathan Hartman, Walker Carroll, and Kyle Shook, LaShawn Young-Dilworth. That's your top 5 right now. Els now hot on Kyle's rear bumper here. So you can see him there in his signature green Odyssey Motorsports livery. Trying to see if he can get through, going through the S's here. They're now going through turn 5. Bit of a gap forming. Spreading out a little bit here. Oh no, that was Ishan Mbatha that had an off at turn 7. Tough turn there, especially in the Porsche. Easy to lose the rear end if you get on the throttle too soon, or if you hit the inside curbing too much. L's getting a run on Kyle Schuck heading down into turn 10A. Not really able to do much on that. We're going to jump back to Keith Padu in 8th place, who is hunting down Bowie Suin here. Going through 10A and 10B. Heading on to the start-finish straight. Kind of takes a glance up the inside into turn 1, but backs out of it. Does not go into the vortex of danger. And now we're going to be going through the S's here at Road Atlanta. Oop. Jumping onto the cockpit. You can see how much elevation change there is going through the S's of Road Atlanta. Oh, what a save there. You see the counter steer to hold on coming out of turn 5 here. Oh my goodness, that was a heck of a save by Keith. Looks like Bowie got a slightly better exit out of turn 7, heading down to turn 10A and 10B. So this is the long run. Best opportunity for a pass for most of these drivers. And the draft is something there. Pretty hilarious livery on Keith's car there. You got a bunch of faces. I'm not entirely sure who that is, but interesting choice there. And Bowie Suin in his signature Drivetrainer Motorsport livery, representing his sim racing team. And Keith is really closing that gap, under a quarter second there for a big portion of it as they head through turn 1 and turn 2 up to turn 3, the beginning of the S's. Let's see if he gets a little sideways coming out of turn 5 again. This is where we saw it last lap, coming up on the halfway point here. Not really any drama at all coming through turn 5 this time. Avery Dickinson is made up a huge gap on Kyle Schuck here. These two head down towards 10A and 10B. So that's LaShawn Young-Dilworth up ahead in 4th position. So a little bit of shuffling going on here. Keith Padu was able to get by Bowie Suin. We jumped to see what was going on here because we did see the gap get down pretty far. We're going to jump back to Bowie real quick as he is trying to hunt down Keith to get back into 7th position here. In through turn 1. Nice and tidy. Going through the S's. Oh, man, taking a bit of curb there is Bowie Suin going through the S's. We're going to jump up to Walker Carroll, who's got a heck of a run on Jonathan Hartman. This is a battle for 2nd place. We're just past the halfway point. Now, I was in this race. I'm back in 13th position right now. I'm not particularly fast in the Porsche Cup car, even though it is quite fun to drive. But I do know that coming up is a number of drivers are going to be pitting as Jonathan Hartman is going to take a look up the inside. Or no, excuse me. Going on the outside here. Clancy Garfield must have had an off. No, a couple drivers are going to have to stop for fuel because they miscalculated. Oh, look at these 3 up here. Going to turn 1. Takes a look up the inside. Oh. Walker Carroll goes a bit wide, but Jonathan Hartman and Clancy Garvin go side by side through turn 2 and 3, switching places back and forth. That's going to allow Walker Carroll to catch back up. This is not the fastest way through the S's, but I guarantee you these guys are having a blast. Oh, goodness. All right, going into turn 6 here, we got a real fight up in the top 3. These guys putting it all on the line here, and it's just a fun for fun race. The twice a month Odyssey Motorsports Track and Smack, voted on by the members of the Discord. So if you're interested in participating in the next Track and Smack, be sure to join our Discord. We have a vote there the week leading up to that Track and Smack, as Jonathan Hartman's going to take a look on the outside, but not be able to get side by side. Holy mackerel, these guys are really pushing this Porsche Cup car here. Coming up to 18 minutes, so just about 12 minutes remaining in this 30-minute sprint around Road to Atlanta. On board with Jonathan Hartman in second place. Walker Carroll right behind him in third right now. Back in the distance, you see LaShawn Young-Dilworth still holding on to fourth. Heading on down to turn 6. Now, like I said, turn 7 can be deceptively difficult here. Turn 7, turn 5 are kind of the most difficult or the easiest turns to get wrong. Turn 10A and 10B is just tough because, well, it's the opportunity for the guy behind you to make a move. So you got to look in your mirrors. You got to defend. No one makes a move this lap. But especially with that long run up to turn 10A and 10B. You're able to get a draft and push. Walker Carroll is right on the back of Jonathan Hartman in third place here. Well under a quarter second for a good bit of time. And that is incredibly close in iRacing. Now, jokingly speaking, this car, the suspension does tend to make the car bounce quite a bit, which is, kind of pogos around, which obviously as these drivers are taking a little bit too much curves. Now, Walker Carroll's going to get a look up the inside into turn 6 after that mistake from Jonathan Hartman. Coming out of turn 5, as I was talking about the pogoing, these cars do not like taking aggressive curves here because of that pogoing. You lose a ton of stability. You're not able to get the power down. You could slide wide and scrub off a ton of speed. It's not the fastest way to drive these cars. These cars do have a cult-like following, though, on iRacing. I would say in real life as well, but on iRacing, there is a very, very solid core group of people. You see the front ends just bouncing up as they go through 10A and 10B. Jonathan Hartman taking a look on Walker Carroll. We're past 20 minutes, 2/3 of the way through, less than 10 minutes remaining. Here we're on lap 16. Under a minute and 20-second lap time around here. So looking about 8 or so more laps. Heading through the S's once again. I mean, these two have just been right on top of each other pretty much the entire last 10 laps or so. Great racing from Jonathan and Walker here. Oh, as Walker goes a little wide, gets an off track. Oh, man, Jonathan Hartman holds on to it. You saw the tail end of that Porsche get wide there on the exit of 7. So that is going to help Walker out a little bit. It's going to get a little bit of a gap going. No real drama at all. Coming up on 21.5 minutes, so getting close to 8 minutes remaining in the session here. And I do not remember what lap it is, but a number of drivers definitely misjudged the amount of fuel that they would need, so they had to jump into the pit lane in the next lap or so here to get fuel to be able to make it to the end of the race. Even though this is a 30-minute sprint, still an opportunity every time you get in the car to accidentally choose the wrong amount of fuel. Walker Kale trying to hunt down Clancy Garvin, who is currently in first position. And that's Kobe Brooks going into the pit lane already. So I think he's the first that needed to get more fuel. Real quick, we're going to jump back to Jeffrey Davis and Kyle Shook. Both Odyssey drivers here side by side through the final corner. Coming out of 10B. Whoa. Still side by side as they head down towards turn 1. Jeffrey Davis is going to tuck in behind Kyle Shook. Kyle, oh! You see that there? Kyle got all out of sorts, was able to hang on to the car, but loses the position to Jeffrey Davis. So a little Odyssey Motorsports inter-team driving there. Great stuff from these guys until Kyle got a little wide. But jumping back up to the top 3, Jonathan Hartman and Walker Carroll still within a half a second of each other. Ooh. You saw it. I think both of the inside tires came off the ground there as Jonathan Hartman went through turn 5. Going in through turn 6. Now, who's going to get the better drive out of turn 7 to set up the move into 10A, that final chicane? And we see the gap coming down here. Under 3/10. Under a quarter of a second. Does he make the move or does he wait? Coming up on 6 minutes remaining. On board with Jonathan Hartman as he goes through the final corner there. Still within touching distance of first place as Clancy Garvin is just up ahead of Walker Carroll. That corner right there is really tough. I mean, it's turn 3. It's at the top of the S's. It's blind. You got to brake and turn in without being able to see. Oh, that was Kobe Brooks. That was in the side of the wall there in the S's. Unfortunate for him. And now LaShawn Young-Dilworth got overtaken by Avery Dickinson. And he's going to try to make his way back past him. Avery, a regular of these track and smacks. Great racing driver. Enjoyable to be around. Generally, good guy to hang out and race with on the regular here on Odyssey Motorsport Track and Smack. Let's see if Els is able to put a move on him going into 10A. He doesn't. He just stays and bides his time here, trying to get a better exit out of 10B so that he could get a good run going in that final corner and down the front stretch, maybe make a move into turn 1. Oh, gotta take a look at this. Walker Carroll has taken over first place from Clancy Garvin. Jonathan Hartman still in second. Not sure what happened there. Let's actually take a look back and see what happened here. So Clancy went wide into turn 1, as we're going to see. Goes wide, gets into the grass, and Walker Carroll is able to capitalize on that. And so was Jonathan Hartman. So jumping back up to these two. Oh, no, actually, we're going to jump back to Els as he's still trying to make his way past Avery Dickinson here. Keep an eye on the Walker Carroll and Jonathan Hartman gap as it is really, really far down here. Let's see what happens as they come out of turn 7 there. Heading down that back straightaway. We got 3.5 minutes remaining in this session. Here we go. Does he make a move into 10A? He is right on that gearbox. Takes a look on the outside. Walker's going to defend the inside there and hold on to first place for now. Yeah, but that's Clancy Garvin. He had to dive in with a few laps remaining to get fuel to make it to the end. So that's going to move Avery Dickinson and LaShawn Young-Dilworth up. But Walker Carroll and Jonathan Hartman still duking it out for the lead here with probably about 2 or 3 laps remaining. And I can tell you, I'm currently sitting back in 10th place, just having a leisurely drive around Road Atlanta. But I can tell you that these cars, especially with the curbing and the bouncing, real easy to get them out of shape. And if you're used to driving a GT3 car, especially a Porsche GT3, well, it does not have the downforce and the front end grip. We're going to jump back to LaShawn Young-Dilworth as he is still trying to get by Avery Dickinson. This is the battle for the final podium position. 3rd place and 4th place, respectively, right now. Heading on down to 10A and B. You can see that gap slowly starting to come down as the draft slipstreaming takes effect. Looks like Els is just going to hang on to that place for now. Back up to Jonathan Hartman as they're coming up on Nate Halstick. That is the back mark is the purple and black Porsche you see up ahead of these two. So let's see if that ends up being an issue. I don't think it will. Nate's a regular as well in these track and smacks. Part of the Kansas City Racing League and Savage Sim Racing. So Walker's going to make his way by here. A little flash from Walker there. This is going to bunch him up, and it's going to invite Jonathan Hartman an opportunity to get by him here as they head down towards 10A and 10B. And we got a minute remaining, so this has got to be one of the final laps. Probably a white flag. Yep, Walker is going by into 10A. Now Nate Halstick in between Walker and Jonathan. I don't see the white flag, but that's got to be the white flag. There's less than 30 seconds remaining in the session. That's got to be the final lap. With these two now by Nate Halstick, but LaShawn Young-Dilworth in the final podium position, he is still within a half a second of Avery Dickinson. We'll keep our eye on the gap up to Walker Carroll from Jonathan Hartman, but right now these two duking it out for the final podium position here. Avery Dickinson in 3rd, LaShawn Young-Dilworth in 4th. A quarter second between the two of them as they head through the S's. And that's Mike Hamilton up ahead of them, a back marker. So let's see what happens going into turn 7. Els getting a heck of a run. He's going to take a look up the outside. Avery's going to defend on the inside. Then Els is going to try to do the switchback. Now he's on the inside for turn 7. Now it's going to be drag race down to 10A and 10B. Oh, looks like Avery got a better exit out of 7, but there's a back marker there. Let's see if that's going to be an issue or not. I don't think it is, but Els has the run here going in 10A. Is he able to make a move here at the last second? As Walker Carroll, he takes a look up the inside of 10A. Now he's on the outside of 10B, and he holds it on the outside. What a pass from Els. Els takes third position. Is Avery going to be able to get to him before the line? No, he is not. So Walker Carroll is able to hold on to first place from Jonathan Hartman, and Els is able to make a last-second pass to take the final podium position. Holy cow. Jumping back to Richard Sidursky, currently in 9th place in the top 10 here. As he makes his way around the final corner, myself rounding out the top 10, Kyle Shook 11th, and Jeffrey Davis in 12th. We will go over the final standings here. That's me coming up behind him there in the Odyssey Motorsport livery. And then we got Kyle Shook and Jeffrey Davis still having a lot of fun duking it out. 11th and 12th here. Side by side into 10A. Shook on the inside for 10B. But Jeffrey Davis is able to get the better drive out of 10B. And now he is going to be taking his little victory for 10th. 11th and 12th place, as then the contact happens after the start finish straight. So this track and smack actually quite impressive, but let's go over the results real quick. So with everything done here, we're going to put these guys on slow motion in the background. And we're going to go on the race and the overall. So Walker Carroll is going to be your winner of this track and Odyssey Motorsport TV track and smack. Him and Jonathan Hartman pretty much duked it out the entire race, with Walker Carroll able to hang on to the win. Jonathan Hartman in second place. LaShawn Young-Dilworth making that last second pass on Avery Dickinson to finish out the podium. Avery Dickinson coming in fourth place. Keith Padu coming in fifth place. Bowie Sewin in sixth place. Clancy Garvin had to pit for fuel. He was out in front of Walker and Jonathan for a while there. He is going to finish in seventh place. Oliver Brooks, eighth place. Ninth place, Richard Sidursky. 10th place, TJ Yankee. That's me. Jeffrey Davis in 11th place. Kyle Shook in 12th. Nate Hallistick in 13th. 14th is Mike Hamilton. 15th is Ishan Ambasta. Kobe Brooks is 16th. Jose Gomez is 17th. And Parker Clardy is 18th. I think we had one more. Let's take a look-see here. Yep, and Derek Sellers. Derek Sellers left after the first lap. He is in 19th place. So we want to thank everyone who participated in this and congratulate Walker Carroll for his victory in the track and smack. He's got bragging rights for 2 weeks as the winner of the track and Odyssey Motorsports track and smack. Just one last reminder about May 16th that Children's Miracle Network charity race will be starting. The session for practice will be opening at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure to check out the link in the description below and to make that donation so you get your spot on the grid. Time is running out. It is only 4 days away, so make sure you check that out. And I hope everyone had fun. This was a lot of fun around Road Atlanta in a fun car. And a ton of great drivers. A bunch of us were in the Discord while this is going on, chatting, have a great time. Huge thanks to all the drivers who participated. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time for the next Odyssey Motorsports TV track and smack. If you're part of the Discord, make sure you keep an eye out for the voting for what car and track combo we're going to have for the next track and smack, because your input matters to us. Thank you all, and good night.